And we are live. It is Luke with Tailgating Challenge. It is a special guest host this evening. He's like, all you can see is like the illumination of his face over here. This is Steve, and Steve is with Iceburg USA. And the cool thing is, we brought Steve in tonight because Steve has an awesome product. And not only have I seen this product, tested this product, we're giving one of these away. We're doing a promotion with Stephan Iceburg USA on our social media platforms this week. So, Steve, talk to us. Let us know, tell us about the product. Let's kick it off. Just tell us a little bit about your product that you have out there.
Yeah, sure. No, I appreciate the opportunity, Luke, and hello to everybody out there in tailgating land. Iceburg was something that came out of basically an everyday need, and it's basically your truck crossover toolbox reinvented. So it's not your daddy's toolbox, as we like to say. It is a toolbox that's completely reinvented. It includes a 50-quart cooler on one side, a marine grade stereo of 400 watts, and dry storage on the other. And it's just really made well. And we made it for everyday purchase, like I said, but it's turned out to be one of the new standards in tailgating.
So, because I met Steve, we met last year at a Baylor tailgate, and he brought this product to test out. And to me, this is a product, and again, I've been doing tailgating stuff for almost 11 years now. And when I see this, I'm just like, that's tailgating. That screams tailgating whenever you see it. And so, I put the picture up over here on the side so people can see it as well. And so, Steve, my question is, before I get to the question, remember, for those interested, make sure you follow his social media. Support him, Iceburg USA, Facebook, Instagram. Steve, where else are you right now?
Those are where we are. We're getting our TikTok up as well.
Okay. So, and again, you can enter to win on our Facebook and our Instagram as well, too. We have him partnered up with some other cool products like Monument Grill, so a tailgating grill, and BRIGHTZ with a Z light to light up all your tailgating gear too. So, Steve, my question for you is what one day were you just sitting around, you were like, you know what? We need a truck bed entertainment system. What brought this product to fruition?
Yeah, no, well, essentially it was kind of like that, to be totally honest with you. I was sitting at lunch one day, and my wife called me and said, "Hey, can you mind stopping by the store and picking up some milk and chicken and whatever else was on the list?" And I thought, man, that would be super great if I could just pick this up now, because I just happened to be sitting in front of the store. And I looked in the rearview mirror, and a white F-150 went by with a silver crossover toolbox in the back. And I was like, I wonder if, and it really just kind of stemmed from there. I wonder if I could just build a cooler into a crossover toolbox where, we can have a cooler at the ready. And one ththing led to another. We added a stereo to it, and we got really cool. And we're like, hey, let's add an amp, and let's add some backlit speakers. Let's underlight it. I mean, the creativity has really gone wild at Iceburg. So it came out of just an everyday need, like I said, but it fits tailgating like hand to glove.
So how long, Steve, has this product been out there now?
We were in development for several years, because one of the things we really pride ourselves on is Iceburg is good in the rain. It's good in the snow. If you go to our website, you can see some pictures of all of that illustrated. And we really wanted to make a quality product for everybody out there. So no matter, you're going to put this in the back of your back of your truck, and we want it to last. We don't want it to fall apart. We don't want it to be, something that you spend some money on and you're like 2 years later, you're like, man, this was just a piece of junk. So it's just been in development for several years. I still have the original prototype, which still actually functions. Nice. But we really took some learnings from that and made a quality product, which we think will last for years for anybody that buys one.
Awesome. And so right now, somebody wanted to buy one of these. Website, is that, are there retailers out there? Would they see it somewhere out in the wild, so to speak?
Yeah, we iceburgusa.com is our website, and there's a variety of different things that you can get. We have just regular diamond plate, silver and black, and then we also have a thing called Custom Shop, where you can basically buy an Iceburg and then let your creativity just run wild. We've done things like camouflage for people that are in the hunting and outdoor space. We've done Icebergs for people in business. So you have your truck wrapped, and now you want to amplify your business put an Iceberg in there, and you can run an MP3 file off of your phone or off of a memory stick. And now your truck actually talks to your customers. So if I'm Joe's Plumbing and I have a special going on, you can make the Iceberg talk every day, no matter where you are. If you're sitting at lunch, if you're sitting and grabbing a coffee, if you're at Home Depot buying supplies, wherever, and that thing can talk to your customers and let them know what you do, what your specials are, how you're promoting your business, and so forth. So you can do that. And then you can customize it behind like the speakers to whatever color that fits your truck or your fan or your team or whatever. So it's very personal, which is the way we designed it, because I want this product to really say something about you and to be proud of it, to put it in the bed of your truck day in and day out.
Yeah, no doubt. I remember we were at the tailgate and people like, because Steve had the music going and people would just kind of walk by like, wait, is that toolbox a cooler and stereo system? And so it will grab attention, which is something I love. I love unique things. And again, this is a product that is unique. And the fun part is too, giving one of these away this week and next, a 2-week giveaway. So make sure you enter to win on Facebook and over on Instagram. Let's give a few shout outs here. Debbie Sue said Iceberg with a smiley face. Patty, wow, that sounds awesome. Lisa, that's freaking awesome. Larry, my camera guy, back in the day. Now I have to buy a pickup truck. So let's pause right there. So again, it looks like it's something that's designed for a pickup truck. Do people use these if they don't have a pickup truck? Is there a use for them that you've seen or can talk about?
Yes, people have asked about that, and we are currently in development with a cart for Iceberg. So you could take it out of your truck if you're tailgating, you're at an event, or maybe you just want to put it in your backyard when you're not at a tailgating event. You want a home gate, if you will. We're in development for a cart that you can put Iceberg on and move it around, wherever you're going. So that is something that's in development, and I'll use this as a plug as well. We've got a TV stand that will be integrated into Iceberg as an option, where you can put up to a 70-inch TV, Bluetooth it to Iceberg, and hang out in the parking lot, because I know a lot of people just love to go to the tailgating event, but you can add the TV as well as basically surround sound in the parking lot, which is kind of a cool idea.
No, I'm already interested, because there's some tailgates I don't want to leave the tailgate, even though I know the game's awesome. I love to just hang in the tailgate with some friends that we're watching the game, got the drinks, all the food and everything out there. So that sounds like another fun way to. Maybe this could be the win too. You could save money on game tickets and keep tailgating with some of the stuff. Just saying.
Yeah. Yep. No, there are lots of options.
Let's see. Tony says, how long does it take for the Iceberg team to respond, and how long will it take for it to make a custom one? So if somebody has a custom order for their business, what's our turnaround time right now?
We're running about 2 to 3 weeks. Now, if you're talking custom for speaker color, that's probably a little bit shorter. If you're talking custom for, hey, I want to design a wrap that fits my business or my lifestyle, it depends on when we can get to that design. But we include that in the price of the Iceberg, so there's no upcharge for design costs or anything like that. And I've got some great designers that can create some really cool stuff. So yeah, we welcome that challenge, if you will, but 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks on the outside, but that's about it.
Awesome. Well, we'll come back to some more stuff about Iceberg in a minute, but let's talk about some of the other stuff. And see, I don't know if you've checked out some of the other brands that are complementing this week's giveaway with you. So when we talk about BRIGHTZ, because BRIGHTZ tonight is our live giveaway. So afterwards, we're going to pick one of the comments, and we're going to let you pick one of their tailgating BRIGHTZ items to light your tailgate up with. So what comes with that? And Steve, I want you to tell me which one you would use the most. Everybody at home do the same. So you can light your cornhole boards up. You can light your cooler up. You can light your tent up, or you can actually light your tailgating chairs up. Which one of those would you use the most?
I love to play cornhole. We play that all the time when we have the Iceberg out. We've done that at home gating and so forth. So I'd probably pick the cornhole boards as a cool thing. Not to say the other ideas are bad, but if I got to pick one, I think I'd pick that.
Yeah, I mean, again, that's a great one, because again, when the sun goes down, you don't want to stop playing your favorite game.
Right.
And it's an easy, economical way, because again, I don't like to say again, price points are different for everybody, what they appear as fair, but I feel like BRIGHTZ prices for what they are very fair in the industry we live in today. Honestly, this one right here, you're not going to see as much probably right now, but if you look, this is what you toss in your cooler. It's like a mini like Coke or beer can, and it lights up different colors. So when you open your cooler at night, you can see what you're getting. So again, like this one, again, I think they all have their purpose, but the Cooler Brights for me, like that is my jam right now that I'm going to, as the days are getting shorter too, all these products are becoming more relevant as we're getting into our tailgating season.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, those would be great. I mean, you got some blue speaker lights. You get to put the blue, brights in there in your cooler. That would be awesome. I mean, what a great way to incorporate things.
And this, like right here, for those one, this is the chair bright. So it's actually like a magnetic thing. And so you could do a lot of other things with like the magnetic clip on there. And then this lights different colors. So again, creativity, like they say use it for chairs, use it for your cooler, but there's other things you can do with the brights as well too. So let us know at home your favorite ones and why you need to light your tailgate up, because one of those comments is going to be picked to be our live winner for the Brights live giveaway this evening. All right, the other product that we have teamed up with you too that's been a fan favorite for a while is Monument Grills. And so this is a tailgating grill that has one distinct, unique feature. If you can't see it in the photos, because I have it on my big grill upstairs, it is a see-through window on the front of it. So you can actually see what's going on inside of the grill without having to open the grill up and let all of the heat come out. And again, as a guy, and Steve, I don't know if you're the same way as a guy, I'm like, let me go check and see how everything's doing and look under here. I love doing that. But now it's like, I know I'm letting out a bunch of heat and could be like delaying the cook or making it not as good. So like, have you ever seen a grill that has the peak window in it before?
No, that's super cool. That is some creativity at its best there. I think that's awesome because you're always curious, like what's going on? And you lift that lid all the time. But yeah, that's super cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, and the really awesome part for all the fans out there is that all of these prizes going to one person. One person is going to really up their tailgating this fall. And if nothing else, again, all the sponsors, Steve, Iceburg, Brights, Monument Grills, smash that like button, like support all the people, like they're giving like time and energy like to give back to our fans, right? So even if you don't win, even if you can't buy one of them right now, go support them, comment on their stuff, because all of that stuff helps on social media to spread the word out there for them too. All right, let's give some more shout outs. Larry said, great idea on the grill. Jennifer, I like to do everything big and have fun doing it. The coolest person in the neighborhood. Jennifer, like that's my kind of person over there. Tony said, wow, sweet prize package. Connie says she needs the light for the drink cooler because it lives so far out that not much light gets to the backyard. Sandy said, entered. She would love the grill. Heather would love them for when we have friends and family over for cornhole, talking about the Brights lights. And then Debbie, for my chicken coop, there's an interesting play on things. So Debbie, like, how would you use them in your chicken coop? And like, would your chickens be okay with it? Would your chickens be okay with the light at night? I don't know. Tell me about that. Heather, this would be amazing. Lisa, I want the Brights lights for my cornhole. I would be the coolest person in my hood. Jennifer said, we're a football family, and this would be awesome for our family. So again, a lot of awesome stuff, and that's what we strive to do here at Tailgating Challenge, is find good people like Steve and Iceburg to like show off like, hey, here is a fun, awesome product that maybe you didn't know about, but you're like, I wanted to know about it. So I get that the most from people that are like, Luke, like, I have tailgating gear, but then I see some of the stuff you're showcasing. I'm like, maybe I need some more stuff, or I didn't even know that existed, which is the whole reason why I started doing this almost 11 years ago now. So good stuff. All right. So Steve, what is the most, like going back to Tony's question a minute ago about the custom wraps, what is the most, would you say the most creative one, or the one that you're like, man, this is one of my favorite ones that you've put out there into the world?
We actually did a wrap for a guy that wanted his Iceberg with reflective paint and some neon, because he had some other lighting in his truck bed that he wanted to accent. So it was super cool because it was not only reflective at night. So when you hit it with your headlights, or you hit like, a street lamp or something like that, you got that sort of effect to it. But then also when he turned his bed lights on, it picked up. So the effect of it was awesome. Really, really cool stuff. And he allowed us to kind of be creative with his design and his color scheme. And his truck was lifted, 10 inches or whatever it is, and all the fancy stuff that these guys like to put on their truck, which just enhanced the whole look. But yeah, that was probably the most creative one that we had so far.
Awesome. Well, if you have, I don't know if I've seen those pics. So, Steve, if you have them out there, like shoot them to me so I can share with everybody because I love
Absolutely.
creativity. That one sounds like just super fun too.
Yep. Yep. We're looking into some of this hydro dip stuff that's been going on right now. So there could be some really cool stuff coming out from Iceburg here in a little while around some hydro dip designs, which, you know, for some might be really cool. Others are like, I want something a little bit more subtle. But, you know, it's all about crafting the iceberg for your lifestyle.
No doubt, no doubt. There's some people that like it very chill, and other people like me, they're like, hey, I'll put a costume, a cape, and a belt on and go out there and go have fun. So we're all different. That what makes this world go round. It is so fun to be a part of, right?
Yes, that is true. We've seen you in all your gear, so you're looking good, man.
Appreciate that. So speaking of which, like, so tailgating, like I mean, a couple of weeks out, right, from National Tailgating Day and like getting back into the tailgating scene. I know you said, so you're now based with Georgia, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
So do you have any tailgates and games that you plan to hit up this fall that are on your schedule?
Well, selfishly, we're going to hit a lot of the UGA games. I mean, we are like about 45 minutes from Athens, so we're definitely hit some of those. We have plans to go up to Clemson. I think Clemson plays Notre Dame here in September sometime, so we'll be hitting that. Of course, we'll hit the Georgia-Florida game. That's you can't not hit that being in this area.
Right.
And I'm sure we'll pick up some Alabama games and some Auburn games as well as those being close. We're thinking about doing some other stuff with Tennessee. That's not too far away from us as well.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of SEC schools we're definitely hit up. We also hit a ton of concerts as well. So if you're in the greater North Atlanta area around Alpharetta, we'll be at the Eric Church concert. We'll be at the Chris Stapleton concert. Those are coming up here in a few weeks. So we try to get out mostly to let people touch and feel and play with Iceburg. It's a new product. People are like, what is this all about? So it's all about letting people give it a little test drive and seeing it live and up in person. So we welcome anybody to come up and ask us questions or, play with it or do whatever. And we'll probably give you a free beer. What the hell?
There you go. There you go. There's a bonus right there to stopping by and saying hello. So if you see him out with the Iceburg in the parking lot, stop by and say hello to our friend Steve here. I know you called out the Clemson Tigers. I saw Josh posted it too. Like, I didn't wear this on purpose, but I feel like I got to throw it out there now. I'm a Gamecock fan, Gamecock alumni too. But again, Clemson has a good tailgate, right? So don't get me twisted on it. But again, yeah. I'm still Gamecocks over here. Still Gamecocks. Yeah.
You come down to South Carolina, we work us into your schedule there, Luke. So there's a challenge for you. Come on down.
Okay. I mean, I'm trying to figure out to go to a South Carolina game. I'm going Penn State, West Virginia for National Tailgating Day. I'm going Baylor, Utah for the second game. And then I'm working on an Arizona State game and a Gamecock game and probably Wyoming, Colorado State. So a few things because those are in my backyard. So I feel like I need to knock those out. And those are easy ones to get to. So excellent. Tony said free beer. She's there. So just let her know the time and the place. And Tony's showing up. Doesn't matter where she has to drive from. She's ready to go.
There you go.
I see Josh is Josh, man, it's all in good fun, man. We're just ribbing. Let's see, Lisa, you are one cool guy. She must be talking to you, Steve, because I don't think she's talking to me.
No, it's all you, man. This is your show. I'm just here playing along.
Let's see, Johnson. Linda says hello. Lisa says she also likes Georgia Bulldogs. Again, easy to like when they're so freaking good right now. No doubt about it. And my mom said, yeah, please come home to South Carolina. So, yeah, mom's putting the plug in there for me to come back. Debbie Sue said, go Seminoles. Lisa just says, love SEC football. And again, to me, that's my favorite conference, best tailgating. Somebody throw something at me if you don't agree with it, but I think like maybe I'm biased. And then Tony and my mom said, hey, Mary Alice. Tony said they're both cool. Greg says, go GA. Dave said, bring it to the Natty. I'm assuming you're talking about the Bulldogs going back again to the national title game potentially, but let me know on that one. All right. With that, so I feel like, Steve, we've got to know your product a little bit. But I have a few kind of like random questions for you. Before we get to those questions to get to know you a little bit better, remember, BRIGHTZ is our live giveaway tonight. And maybe this was the product Steve right here was saying that he needed in his life. Let us know your favorite brights, why you need to light up your night and tailgate. Remember, cornhole, chair, cooler, or tent. You can light the inside of your tailgating tent with one of their kits as well, too. Let us know your favorite one and which one you would use the most. And put those comments over there after the show, because we don't have Sketchy here tonight. After the show, I'm going to go right back in there, select a winner, and then post it on the page so everyone knows that too. So make sure you drop those comments in there, hit that share button, and of course, go follow Iceburg USA on Facebook and Instagram if you're over there too. All right. So, Steve, I feel like I know the first question. So I'm going to say, who's your favorite college football team and NFL team? So I'm assuming the Bulldogs for college. Am I off base or no?
Yeah, I mean, I unfortunately went to a college that didn't have a football team, so I'm a little bit of a I guess adopted fan to UGA. We spend so much time in Georgia, so right. You either pick UGA or Georgia Tech when you're around here. But that was the first question when we moved to Georgia. Who's your college football team? I'm like, I don't know who. Tell me who it should be.
You got to pick in the South.
Yeah. And my pro football team would be the Steelers. My family comes from the Pittsburgh area, so I'm a Steeler fan from way back. So.
All right. Well, see, I'm a Niners guy, and so I think we play y'all week 1 to kick it off. So it's going to be, well, I guess we're going to have to butt heads for at least 1 week on that one. But
yeah, it's lean years in Pittsburgh, so I don't have high expectations.
Hey, you never know. Right now, everyone's 0-0, right? So the hope is high for everyone. Hope is high.
That's true.
All right. So grilling. So like, let's say you have that monument grill that we're giving away, and you're at the tailgate. What are you grilling on there? Like, if you're trying to impress people, like, what would be your go-to to grill at a tailgate?
Oh man, I like to grill, so this is a tough one. I mean, if I got some of my friends, riding shotgun with me, I'm gonna default to maybe something like a brisket or pork or something like that. But if it's just me and I gotta rely on my own skills, I'm probably gonna go chicken wings. Easy finger food. You can get your sauces going. So I'd probably lean that way. But I got some friends that are like super good on the grill, so I'd probably default as being their sous chef.
I know that. I mean, I'm all about the sous chef life, so I can do some other stuff because there are people that can grill better than me. I know that. I can do it, but there's others that are far more talented. So yes. Speaking of chicken wings, like what would be, like, do you have a signature like flavor, spice, rub that you like to put on them?
I like a little bit of heat, but balance it out with a little bit of sweet. I don't want to burn my taste buds. I want to enjoy the flavor. But I don't like going too sweet. I got to have a little heat in there. So something around the sriracha kind of thing, maybe a little habanero honey, right? Something like there. So you got a little heat that's nice, but you're not like, oh my God, I got to like put the fire out.
No doubt. Tony said you can handle the cooler and your friends will handle the grill. It seems like a good combo, right?
Yeah. That's perfect. Maybe that's why I do Iceburg. I don't know, Tony.
Maybe so. All right. So here's a question. So team flats or team drums when you're talking wings? Drums or flats? Which one are you going with?
Oh, drums, dude, all the way.
All the way.
Yeah. I mean, the flats are too much work. I know there's a technique around those and all that, but I just like the drumstick. It's easy. Just boom, done.
See, I feel like people are passionate because it's like drums. And like, I can't believe someone would say, and see, like, I like the flats better, but I also I'm not passionate. Like, I'm eating both of them, but like, for some reason, like the flats just, I don't know, taste a little bit better to me. But again, this is why differences of opinion. So let us know at home. Are you team flats or team drums? And then, Steve, so the question is, do you get all drums when you do it, or do you go full wings?
I kind of suffer through the mix because, to your point, I'm not totally passionate about the drums. Like, if I have to pick, I'm going to be that guy that's picking all the drumsticks out. But, if I order them, I'm like, I'll just deal with it. I'm open to the flats. I'm trying to become a flat fan, if you would.
Trying to be inclusive of the flats out there.
Yeah, just, it's chicken wings, man. Like, you can't go wrong. So, like, why pass it over, I
agree. All right, tailgating games. I heard cornhole earlier. Is that your favorite tailgating game of all time?
It is my favorite, but it's probably only by default because it's probably been the one that's been around the longest. But, I am all about learning new games. Like, there's all kinds of stuff out there. I mean, I've seen a ton of things on your site and a ton of things on some other sites and so forth. But, yeah, I'm always up for learning a new game because I just think it's fun to hang out with your friends, meet new people, just have a good time. So I'll default to cornhole just because I played that the longest, but I'm up for anything. It's cold beer and chicken wings and good weather, and let's go for it.
Sounds like
Doesn't even have to be a game. Let's just go hang out in the parking lot.
I know, it's a tailgate party waiting to happen. All right, 2 more questions for you. What is your favorite condiment?
Ooh, man. Whew. Salsa count?
I accept it. Again, you can have a write-in vote on that. That's cool.
Salsa, but don't you dare ask a follow-up question like what type of salsa, because then there's too many there. But I like the heat. I mean, I like a little spice with whatever we're doing. So I would say salsa if that really is a condiment. I don't know. Maybe somebody else that be like, no. You got to be like.
I like salsa. I feel like it can be. So, but I will ask you a follow-up question, a little bit different. What's a condiment that if they put it on your food, you're not even going to eat it? If that condiment's on your food, you're like, done. Can't do it. Can't eat it.
I'm not a big mustard guy.
Mustard. Okay.
Brown mustard or spicy mustard, I'll consider. But man, that yellow mustard, can't go there. I don't know. Just not my thing.
Okay. Last question. I know you're a beer guy, right? Because I've heard we had multiple beer references. When you're tailgating, do you have a go-to beer? Is there a beer that you're just like, if it's in the cooler, you're grabbing that one each time?
Oh, dude, another tough question. So I will say I gravitate to the local breweries regardless of where I'm at. So the time we were in Baylor, I'm going to try the local guys kind of thing. But if I was deserted in a tailgating lot and only could choose one beer, the Atomic Pumpkin out of New Belgium is probably like my all-time favorite. Not to diss anybody in Georgia, if anybody is listening in Georgia, but that's again, it's got a little bit of the pepper in it, and it's a great beer. I love it. The fall's coming. I'm like, every day I go to the liquor store, I'm like, is it here? Is it here? Is it here? So that's probably my go-to in the fall. Spring, summer, I don't know. I'm up for sampling all kinds of stuff.
Right. So, I mean, I've started to see some pumpkin beer starting to sprinkle in the stores now. Is it the same way in Georgia as it is in Colorado?
Yeah, I mean, some of the big guys, your Sam Adams and those guys have like their pumpkin ales out, but I'm waiting for like the small guys because they always come up with some really cool, unique flavors. And if you haven't tried that Atomic Pumpkin, man, it's right in your neck of the woods too. You gotta go try it, man.
I am aware. I did a top pumpkin beer video last year because I love pumpkins, love fall, all that stuff. And so Atomic Pumpkin and Pumpkin were two of my top ones of all time for that. So just putting it out there, maybe a little early when it's like 100+ degrees on some people right now to talk about pumpkin beer. I get it. But hopefully fall will be coming soon for everybody because that means football and tailgating as well too.
Yeah. So Luke, do you do the sugar cinnamon around the rim on the pumpkin? Because that's kind of the note in the bars when you get it.
So like if I'm at a bar and they're doing it, I will. But do I sit at home and like line my glasses with it? No, I'm not gonna lie. Like I know I was in the Barbie movie, but I'm not over here just like my glasses with all these different things. Not knocking anybody that does, because I mean it wasn't bad when I had it, but I'm just not doing that, I guess, at the house. I mean, totally honest.
I just had to check.
Fair enough. All right, so we're winding the show down right now. Remember, Brightz is our live giveaway. Put your comments in there as to why you need some tailgating lights over here. And with that, too, I want to, with Steve, like, tell us, like, one more, like, let the people know. Is there anything else you want to just tell them about your passion for this product, what they need to know about it, and why they need to follow you and get one of these?
Well, I would say, Iceburg is by first glance the ultimate tailgating piece. At least we like to think about it that way. But I would say that it has a number of everyday uses. I mean, there's countless times where I'm traveling, I'm coming back from the airport, you want that bottle of water, but I'm not paying yet another $5 in the airport. So when I have it in the back of my truck, I just throw a 6-pack of water in there and a bag of ice. I come back from my trip, it's icy cold. And it's always nice to have that kind of always there. I got 2 dogs. We take them for walks every once in a while. And, it's nice to just have a beverage, whether your beverage is alcoholic or not. I'm not promoting drinking and driving by any means here, but you've always got something on hand. And again, that trip on the weekend, or that call from your spouse, like, hey, can you pick this up? The utility of it is surprising. You may think of it as a tailgating piece, but the everyday use of it will surprise you when you really think about your day-to-day life and what you do, whether you go hiking, you mountain bike, you're playing basketball with your buddies, whatever. To be able to have some tunes and have some cold beverages, or have snacks, or cooler up on both sides. You can have alcoholic and non-alcoholic. If you coach soccer, you've got water for your kids or whatever. So there's a lot of everyday uses for it, and I would just encourage people to kind of think about that as they're contemplating the decision. And we'll build it however you want it. We want to really, really make Iceburg personal to every buyer. So whatever challenge, thought that you have, throw it our way, and we will gladly have a conversation with you and make something that you are proud of to put in the bed of your truck. So we're customer focused, and we really want you guys to be happy with the product. We put a lot of time into it, and we think it's good. And we appreciate the opportunity to get on your show today and kind of talk about it.
So last question that came up when you were saying that. So you said you put a bag of ice in there, you flew, you came back, and it was icy cold. Have you tested this? Like, how long could someone potentially expect? I know it's varying conditions depending on ambient heat and everything, but what would you say, like, hey, you can expect your ice to last for blank?
Yeah, so I will say this. So your traditional cooler, regardless of whatever brand that you've used, has 5 exposed sides to it. You have the top, both sides, and both ends. Iceberg has really one exposed side, which is the top. So just by virtue of that, I have better and longer cooling properties in the Iceberg than any other cooler has on the market. Now, some of the high-end coolers, we're right on par. If not, we beat some of them. But we have done a number of head-to-head tests where we put a number of coolers in the back of the truck, put 40 pounds of ice in every one of them. And at the end of the day, and that's gone either 3 or 4 days, depending on where you are in the year, we always have more ice, and the water at the end is colder than the water is in those coolers. So I will stand behind that. Obviously, it takes, how many times you open and close it, and what the environment is that is, and time of the year, and all that kind of influences it. But we are on par with any premium cooler out there.
Boom, you heard it from Steve right there. He said, bring the challenge on. He's ready for it. Iceberg is ready for it. It didn't get the name Iceberg because it wasn't a good cooler, is what we're learning today. All right, so with that, everybody, follow Steve, follow Iceberg Coolers. Go enter to win. Remember, you can enter to win this, BRIGHTZ Lights, and the Monument Grill on our Facebook and Instagram. You'll see those posts out there. Enter to win. Tag your friends for additional entries out there, too. And for BRIGHTZ right now, we have our live giveaway coming to an end. Get your last-minute comments in after the show. I'll pick a winner, and I'll post it. And, Steve, I'm going to throw you a curveball here to end the show with. Usually I kick it over to my co-host. I say, give the people like words of wisdom to go out there into the world. What would you tell people as words of wisdom or motivation today?
Oh, man, that is a curveball here. Look, I would say, keep your goals in mind. Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? Where do you want to take your life? And don't let the little stuff like detract you, wear you down, stress you out, ruin your day. There was a saying one day, it's like, and I forget exactly the number, but there's like, if you had, $8,630 in your pocket and somebody took $10 from you, would you chase that person down? 9 out of 10 people are going to say no. And what it basically correlates to is there's 8,600 and some odd seconds in the day. Don't quote me on that number. So why would you let somebody that robbed 10 minutes of your life ruin the rest of your day? Like, just move on. Don't stress out. Just move on. Keep your goals in mind. Keep your happiness in mind, and just keep going.
Good stuff, man. Yeah, don't let somebody live rent-free in your head over something so nominal, right? keep it moving, be happy, be happy. And I saw Larry was throwing a little bit of shade at our other Sketchy, our co-host from back in the day, because he knows him. And he says, this guy's much better with his motivation than Sketchy is. So there you go, Steve. There you go. All right, Steve, thanks for being on the show. Thanks, everybody, for tuning in this evening for a Tailgating Challenge Live. We appreciate you. Go out to the world, use what he said every day. And if that doesn't work, use my motto. Don't hate, just tailgate. And we'll see you at a tailgate soon. See ya.